Liam, are you still at work? You are way late now for the plans that we had.
What? You and I made plans for today?
You're kidding me. You forgot about what we're going to do? Today's your daughter's birthday, right? That's why we made plans for the three of us to go out to eat and celebrate it.
What? That's what you're going on about? I never forgot about my own daughter's birthday.
Well, Lonnie is still out with her friends and hasn't come home yet. So if you start coming home now, we'll still have time to get her and go. Hurry up and please get here so that we can go surprise her. We'd planned for this to be a huge surprise for her.
And I made sure to get off work in time to surprise Lonnie with something. And that's why I've taken Lonnie out with me to somewhere special for her birthday. She's a special guest for today, so right now she's stuffing her face with only the finest cakes and food that I can get her.
What? What do you mean you took her to somewhere fancy? Wait, are you both eating dinner together?
I'm here with Lonnie as well as my girlfriend having dinner for Lonnie's birthday. I wanted to make the both of them happy, so I made sure to reserve a spot on a dinner cruise down the river. Lonnie is so happy now after getting to come on this boat with my girlfriend and I as she eats some of the most delicious and fancy foods ever.
Wait a second. I never heard anything about you making plans for a dinner cruise. And what do you mean by your girlfriend? Who are you both with right now?
Like I was saying, with my girlfriend. With my cute and loving girlfriend as we both celebrate my little daughter's birthday today.
What did you say? Your girlfriend? Have you been cheating on me? And you brought that woman with you to your daughter's birthday dinner? What the hell were you thinking, Liam?
This is what Lonnie asked for. She told me that she wanted to spend her birthday with my girlfriend and I. She said she didn't want to go out with you anywhere.
What?
Oh, and there's one other thing. My present to Lonnie this year. She asked me to divorce you as a present for her birthday. So I got our divorce papers all ready and filled out for us. When I get home tonight, I'd like you to sign your parts and then we can go hand them in.
Excuse me? Lonnie really asked for something like that for her birthday? She asked for her own parents to get a divorce.
She told me she didn't want to live in a household with a parasite that gets in our way anymore. If you're hated that much by your own daughter, you failed at being a mother.
A parasite? What about me has been parasitic?
Everything about you, Jenna. When you chose to be a housewife, you chose to be a parasite that would latch onto your money-making husband.
What?
Yet even though he was taking such good care of you and everything, you always went around acting like this respectable mother figure to both myself and Lonnie. That was so annoying. We both had no other choice.
Huh? Excuse me?
Lonnie is much more into my girlfriend now thanks to your horrible character. She even told me that she'd rather have a mother who was working for a large company like my girlfriend than you. Actually, my girlfriend is an office lady working for a very large company and praised as one of the best employees there. Her and I are making the same. No, wait. And she's probably making way more than me now.
You're telling me that your girlfriend is someone as amazing as that?
When thinking about Lonnie's future, my best option is to end things with you and marry my girlfriend. I want for Lonnie to become as amazing of an adult as myself. Therefore, in order to make that happen, it can't be having a mess like you around her anymore.
You're calling me a mess now? I became a housewife because you asked me to, Liam. You told me that you wanted me to start using all of my time to take care of Lonnie and the house while you worked. I had to give up the job that I loved while crying. For you.
Is that what happened? Well, either way, Lonnie is older now and in middle school. Which means she no longer needs a mother in the house all the time working as a housewife. Jenna, you are no use to us anymore.
What the hell did you say?
Now, while we're still out of the house, get to work packing all your things up. When we're back, you'll sign these papers for me and then get out of my house.
Understood. Now I finally see why you and Lonnie have always been treating me like garbage. And frankly, I'm over it. So if Lonnie is now asking for us to divorce, then fine, I'll divorce you. Which means this is goodbye forever, Liam. I hope the three of you have a fun dinner on that cruise. Hey, this is amazing, Mom. I never thought that you would become the CEO of that popular brand Pravda. No matter what store I go to, there's your name on all the products. What? Is this Lonnie? What kind of reaction is that? Don't tell me you forgot about your one and only daughter. Well, it's been 5 years since we last saw one another, and since then you haven't said anything to me. Yet now, for some reason, you want to talk again? Well, I want to talk now because you're the owner of a very popular brand. I was shocked when I realized that was your name on all that clothing, and that's why I wanted to text you. I'm not joking when I say that I was taken over with surprise when I saw just what a woman like you could actually do. Does this mean you went and read all about me as well online then? I seriously did not think you would succeed as much as you have after leaving us. Actually, you didn't leave us because it was Dad that tossed you out for my birthday. So I assumed you would never be able to recover from that. Thinking that you were just this brainless housewife the whole time, you really outdid yourself owning a brand like Pravda. Huh? Hey! Since we've started talking again, let's take the chance to go out to dinner together. I want to hear all about what's been going on with you, Mom. I want you to tell me how you came into owning such a popular brand. And when you come out to eat with me, can you bring me some of your newly designed clothing? I want to try on all the new things you've made. I have no reason to go out with you for dinner, Lonnie. You can stop calling me your mom as well now. Huh? What's up with you now? Can't you see that your lovely daughter is finally getting back in touch with you now? This is the first time we've talked in 5 years, so don't start with me using that cold attitude. And what exactly makes you my lovely daughter? You were the one that asked for your own mother to be kicked out of the family on your birthday. I heard some rumors about you all, by the way. Your dad got married to that woman, right? If the three of you are having a fun time now, living as a brand new family of 3, then there's no need for you to be talking to me anymore. So that's what you're mad about. You're jealous because Dad found someone else far better than you to make a family with. But you don't have to get upset over it. The woman and Dad already got a divorce. What? Is that right? That woman, the moment she got married to Dad, her whole identity pretty much changed. Before, she was this really cool woman who loved her job and everything, but the moment she got married to Dad, she started to go on about how she wanted to stay at home. And she went on this tangent about how she'd wanted to be a housewife ever since she was a little girl. And that's the reason for the divorce? That's right. Dad is a nice man, so of course he was going to give her the chance of being a housewife. And that's when him and I both learned that she not only sucked at doing the chores, but her cooking tasted like plastic. Then anytime we'd warn her to get things under control, she'd flip. She told me that a child who does nothing but sit around and get spoiled has no right to talk back about how the cooking tastes and the chores are done. That's why Dad and her got divorced before even a year went by. That was a quick marriage, then. Your dad made it pretty clear to me that he loved her and the both of you chose her over me. And now we are both very regretful about saying that to you, because we made the wrong choice and picked her. Our family is all screwed up. So now we're both having to live life like we don't have any money, because Dad needs to save a bunch more. What? But your dad should be more than capable of taking care of himself and you on his income, right? He actually makes some decent money, if I'm remembering that correctly. Actually, Dad chose not to take all those promotions he'd been offered before. He talked about how that woman he was with made more than him, so there was no reason for him to put in any effort at work. So now he's just working as a simple man, making a simple salary from the company. But the only problem is, because he gave up almost all of his responsibilities from before, he's only making around half of what he once was. I see. So that's why you're talking with me now about my work and all. You ended up the owner of that brand because you wanted us coming back to you, right? Well, everything went right as you planned. Huh? The reason that you went and took over that brand is because you wanted Dad and I back in your life, right? You had always been made fun of for being a parasitic housewife all those years and got kicked out of the family for it. But now that you're making more than Dad, you can come right back to our family, no problem. I know what you've been wanting, Mom, and that's why I'm here. What are you going on about? I never once thought about wanting either of you guys back after I divorced your dad. I became the CEO of this company for myself, and I want to live in a world now where I don't ever have to remember you guys again. I can see you're not opening up to me yet, but I suppose that's what happens after not talking to one another for 5 years. I'm sure you're just blushing after hearing me say you can come back into the family again, right? Also, Dad and I are planning to come move into your house soon. Move into my house? You guys think that you can just come move into my house? Well, as a family, we should all be living together, right? I had a look at an article written about you, and in it, you said you're living in a high-rise apartment, right? No way. But I'm not wanting to change schools just to move all the way downtown. And Dad doesn't want to have to increase his commuting time any by moving out to you. So you know what? Let's find a new house closer to us. How about we all go out for dinner soon and talk this out? Anyway, for right now, I'll have $500. $500? Wait a sec. Why are you talking about money now? Well, we may be a family again, but we're not legally a family yet, right? So, as a way of being a very kind family-like stranger to you, we'll be coming out to have dinner with you and talk about a brand new house for all of us. So, if Dad and I are willing to start treating you like family again, you should be fine with giving me a small bit of money, right? Huh? You own a brand now. So you have to be making a good amount of money, right? So when we go out to have dinner together, make sure you bring your newest fashion for me to try on and $500. You'll finally be getting to spend time with your family again, so that's a very reasonable price to be asking for, right? I have a husband and child now, so no thanks. What? I'm not paying to go out and have dinner with 2 strangers. I already have a family now, and I love them very much. So much, in fact, that having dinner with them every night is more than enough to make me happy. Wait just a second. What do you mean you have a husband and child? You got married without us knowing about it? I got married last year, around this time. And before we got married, I became pregnant with my then boyfriend's child, so we decided to tie the knot. I ended up giving birth to our baby not too long after we got married, and now the 3 of us are living together as a happy little family. Huh? What the hell? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would you even get married without asking us first? You've had us the whole time, right? You thought I'd still want to stick around you both after you guys kicked me out? I was left with nothing but my own life after you guys got rid of me. So why should I have had to ask you guys for permission for anything? You and your dad are strangers to me, so I had nothing to do with you both. We are not strangers to you. Even if you got divorced, you are still our family. What's that? I have your blood in me, Mom, and I'm your daughter. I'm your one and only daughter. So what the hell do you think you're doing having a child with someone else? I am not your family, Lonnie. I am only family to 2 people, and that's my husband and my baby boy. Now you stop calling me your mom, or else you'll be embarrassing us both. What? The moment I was divorced, I started to work for Pravda, as they were a company and brand that I really loved. And actually, they were the same company your dad forced me to quit from after having you. I had a dream of continuing a career in this company, but your dad cut it short and I had to put it on hold for you both. But years later, you guys betrayed me and kicked me out of the life you forced me to have. So now I'm back where I started, only this time I'm putting in the effort to show you guys what you lost. And right now, my husband is helping me make sure my dream is fulfilled, all while letting you and your dad know I've always meant business. Also, now I have a son with this man, and I love both of them with every inch of my body. What the hell? I just started to get back in touch with you. Don't start talking like your life is all amazing now just because you have the money now. Especially when you were nothing more than a brainless housewife. I'm sure that brand is going to fall off soon enough and you'll lose everything.
I heard everything from Lonnie. Are you freaking kidding me? You married another man? Why would you not come back to a man like me?
Huh? And who the hell do you think you are talking to me like that? Why would I ever want to go back to some crappy man who's cheated on me?
I'm no longer seeing her anymore. So you can forget about whatever happened back then and come to me. I want you to marry me right now. And if you don't want that, then at the very least give us your home.
Huh?
Because I went and divorced you, you were able to become the owner of that brand, right? In other words, because of me that you succeeded. Since that's the case, you can give me that house right now.
Are you really thinking something like that, Liam? That is so ridiculous that I'm not sure I can talk to you anymore.
Shut your mouth. I'm getting Lonnie, and we're coming there right now. You either give us that place right now, or you clear out a room for us to stay in there.
Sure, if you think you can manage here. Actually, go get that brat and come see what happens when you come here. But just know that after my husband's had his way with you, the police will be here to clean up the mess.
Excuse me?
I'm sure you think you're all tough now, but when my 6'10" husband is towering over you with his favorite baseball bat, don't start screaming like a bitch. And that's if you can make your way past the security of this building. That will be your first hurdle. Don't make it too obvious that you're trying to break in, because the police HQ is right across the street from here. If one of them sees you trying to force your way inside, they might come and arrest you right then and there.
You're living over by the police HQ? That part of town is insanely expensive.
I wanted to make sure that I rubbed it in your face that my life is a lot better than yours now without you in it. I made sure to work my ass off using my anger towards you and made loads of money because of it. And thanks to all of that, I now have a life that most women would only dream of having. When it comes to my husband, he's an amazing father. He's also 9 years younger than you and is built like a machine.
You're lying, right? You married someone 9 years younger than me?
He may be younger than you, but he's actually got his crap together and acts like he's far more mature, too. Now, you take care of that brat for me, please. I'm nothing to her. Not her mother, not her caretaker. Please, Mom! Please find some way to forgive Dad for what he did. Tell the police to let him out of jail, to come take care of me. There is nothing I can say to the police about him. I gave him a warning, yet he didn't bother to understand it, instead coming here to try and break into this apartment building. The only people that can tell the police to release him would be the company which owns this building. And unless that happens, you won't be seeing your dad for some time. No way! I never thought he would be so upset by the fact that my husband is 9 years younger than himself. He made it sound like he was going to kick my husband's ass and take me back. He even started saying he was more attractive than my husband and had more money. Not sure I'd say that when your dad gained another 70 pounds after divorcing me. When I looked down at him from the balcony to see him dragged away by the police, his belly was hanging out and scraping against the pavement. That's not his fault! Neither him or I know how to cook. So once he divorced that other woman, he and I have been eating a bunch of takeout. Ah, so you both have just been gorging yourself on fast food then. You're in high school and should be more fit than anyone else, right? I know that. I'm still only in high school, which means if Dad doesn't get released from jail and come back home to me, what am I going to do? How am I supposed to pay for myself and college after I graduate? I'm supposed to be going to college next year. I don't care what happens there, Lonnie. How about you start working a part-time job? You're in high school now, which means you can take on some shifts after school, right? What? Why are you being so cold to me? Shouldn't you be helping your daughter when she's in this kind of trouble? You're not my daughter, though, which means I don't feel anything when hearing about what self-inflicted trouble you're in. You can't say something like that, Mom. Hey, I'll apologize for everything that happened in the past. And I'll apologize to you for what I was saying the other day. So please, can you at least take me into your home now? I want to live together with you, Mom. Ah, so this time you're tossing your dad out. All you seem to care about is helping yourself and nobody else. I have no other choice right now. If Dad can't come back home to me, then I won't be able to support myself. I totally understand that you hate my guts right now, Mom. I know that I've done so many bad things to you before, and I'm sorry about that. But I am still the daughter that you carried for 9 months and gave birth to, right? Which means there is no way your heart will allow you to abandon me, right? I'll tell you this one last time. You are not my daughter. The only child I have right now is a cute little boy. No way, Mom! You're not going to help me then? Remember that I'm a brainless housewife? And that means I'm no good at helping other people because I can't even help myself. Don't you think the same thing? No, that was just... Have a good one, Lonnie. I'm sure for a little bit things will be lonely and hopeless, but all you have to do is wait for your dad to get out of jail. The only person you have left is your dad, so you have no other choice, really. A few weeks after having been placed in jail by the police and awaiting a trial with the owners of the apartment building, Liam was allowed to go back home for a bit. However, he was told he had court dates he had to be back for, and that he was not allowed within 1,000 feet of the apartment building he tried to break into. A few weeks after that happened, the judge decided that Liam would be forced to pay over $50,000 to the apartment building owners for damages to the front lobby and threatening the desk lady. When he finally paid that settlement off and was allowed to go back home without having to worry anymore about the police or court dates, he was able to go back to work. But by that point, the company already decided to lay him off, and so he was left with no job at all and a daughter he still needs to care for. Right now, he's trying his hardest to find a new job, all while working third shift at a gas station close to his house. When it comes to Lonnie, who is in need of money to start paying for college next year, she's been going right to work after she gets out of her high school classes and works until 12 a.m. She's also working on her weekends from morning until night, all in order to save as much money as she physically can. She's asked over and over again for her other family members and friends to help her with some money, but not one of them gives in, instead telling her this is what she deserves. When things come to myself, I've been doing well both with work and at home, living the kind of life I'd always been dreaming of. I also have a loving family surrounding and supporting me, so I've been making sure to give it my all as well, to keep us all happy.